No time like the present. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so first and most important, this game has a really broken jump technique that we call the double jump. Doesn't involve jumping twice, so it's kind of misleading. And it might be hard to tell when I'm using it, but it is a trick that lets me angle my charge upward instead of downward while I'm in the air. And it gets a lot of extra height. And I'm actually going to use it right at the beginning, hopefully to my advantage, but it's a jump that's really easy to mess up, like right away.
Yeah, you guys will be able to see it's basically just another charge in there.
No! I had it. I got the hard part. Okay, we're going back around. I knew this would happen too, because this jump is so easy to mess up, and since it's right at the beginning of the run, and I'm in a marathon. Okay.
Alright.
Long way around, but we're there. So we have to do this to go to the very end of the level, right at the beginning of the level, to start this challenge that I'm starting right now. I've got to kill 6 lizards in order, and the first one is at the very back of the level. So, and since I need to kill them in order, backtracking through the level, it's best to go to the end of the level and beat it backwards. So that's what I'm doing. And I need to follow this guy around. He has certain checkpoints where I sort of need to meet up with him to make sure that he keeps moving forward. And by meet up with him, I mean look at him with my camera.
And if you guys aren't actually noticing, Spudly is using the double jump to actually hit those crystals right there, except for that one, of course. But most of them he's hitting with the actual double jump itself. Usually you'd have to fly around and hit them.
Yeah, which would require killing 10 enemies. And that's bad news, especially since I'm skipping right to the end of the level. No time to kill any enemies. Not enough enemies in the way, etc., etc.
This game has the enemy checkpoints, right?
Yes.
You have to kill a certain amount and get like their
where is
soul
my
or
guy?
something like that.
The guy got stuck. Alright. Normally he'd be waiting here. So it also turns out Glimmer, which is this level, is one of, though it is the first, when you're speedrunning it 100%, is definitely one of the most difficult levels. So it's pretty nerve-wracking to have this right at the beginning of a marathon. Oh, especially when you make dumb mistakes like that. Uh-oh, I missed a lamp. We're just gonna start this lamp section over. And I might be able to get the lizard in the middle, but I don't think I should try. Alright, so this is just me doing backup strats, because these lamps are actually on a pretty tight timer. And I need to light all of them before they start going out. As you could probably see, the number was starting to go down. Wow! And I'm doing really poorly. Alright, that'll do that at least, but now I've actually totally missed the lizard. So I've still got plenty of problems.
In fact, you're not even supposed to get that orb yet, just because that challenge is accessed by the ladder.
That I can't climb.
Yeah, you can't even climb ladders yet, or swim, so...
Yeah, there's a few... I missed the gem. I didn't miss the gem. There's a few abilities that I need to buy, and I need to do funny things to avoid. Alright, and this is me forgetting already that I missed the lizard.
Oh.
Really? Yeah, do it.
Lizards.
Alright.
There you go.
Now it looks like I'm just waiting around. This wouldn't happen if I hadn't missed that lizard, but this guy's gonna be slow. Alright.
It's usually faster.
Usually the lizard would already be dead, so by the time I'm here, he's here too. And I got a text box I'm not supposed to. This is pretty much the fail Glimmer. Hopefully we can make the rest of the run shape up to be a little better. Talk to this guy on purpose now, to make him throw a rock that I'll use later.
Would
Really?
now be a good time for donation comments?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great Christopher Campbell gave $10, said, here's to all the streamers that are at SGDQ, put this towards the 5-heart challenge because I would love to see that. Also, greetings from Guam. Aaron Lee Watkins gave $15 and said, thanks for all the hard work. Good luck to all the runners. Jerome Naveau gave $15, said, thank you for this marathon. Thanks to the Mr. MV stream. I'm a French biology teacher, and this Evo game is really WTF, but still fun. No bid, just GG. Cool. Ian Green gave $10 and said, hey, quick question. Did Spudlyman say whether we could donate to have Spyro colors and languages?
Languages are actually a non-option on the NTSC or US version of this game. And a lot of the colors end up looking really ugly. And I didn't want donators to be disappointed in the really bad color cheats.
Okay, yeah, he said if so, put this $10 towards Green Spyro. Otherwise, use it to make the Pokemon trainer named Batman in Leaf Green. So it looks like that'll go towards Batman.
Alright. Yeah, sorry about that, but it would definitely be a problem. Some of the colors are really gross.
Christina Foster gave $20 and said, hi guys, I love the marathon and I love all you. Thank you for doing such an awesome thing with gaming to help people. I want to bid for the Gaia stained glass. Well, you don't need to bid specifically for that. As long as you get $10 or $5 in whenever there's a prize, then you are entered into the drawing. The money can go towards another incentive if you wish. Just FYI.
Alright, second level, Colossus. It's actually a pretty tough one. There's a lot of tough levels right at the beginning, and then I get a little bit of a breathing. But... oh, missed the trick. That sucks. I would have skipped this door, which doesn't save much time at all. Fortunately, I can just talk to the guy and he'll open it for me, but... and it's really not worth going for again. Here is a trick that I really shouldn't be going for, and if I miss it more than once, or if I get it first try, and then mess up here, wow. That's gonna be the theme of this run. Do the hard part, fail the easy part. Alright, so that's an example of just double jumping all over the place. And now I'll use it again to get back on top of this building I was already on top of. But getting here is another situation where I should have had to kill like 11 enemies, and then, which would require beating most of the level, and then I'd get to talk to this guy. But I'll talk to him right away, and now he's got 10 statues that he spawned that I need to flame that are throughout the level, so it's definitely in my best interest to talk to him ASAP. Double bombs. Alright, there's a sort of funny looking out of bounds that's about to happen. The reason it is this way is because there's a door that's supposed to be open that I haven't opened. So there's sort of a hole that doesn't really make any sense. It just looks like really bad level construction, but it's because there's a door that's closed that shouldn't be. Right there.
Alright, we have a $50 donation from Dustin Van Ness. Said, just wanted to say good luck to all the runners and hope y'all have a great time. Also put this towards whatever the reader wants. I'm giving it half and half towards Palom and Porum being named Mac and Cheese. So.
Alright, one of the few non-skippable cutscenes. We'll get to watch this Yeti's tragic end. Alright, beat him. So now, more double jumping. Up here, and then up here. Use the Yeti's death to my advantage. That is the thing that squished him. That wall's really hard to bonk. That shouldn't have happened. Alright, and so now we get to see a really terrible combination of ice physics, random feeling AI, and silly precision. that results in me just sort of essentially hoping for this to go well.
If he shoots it in the right way, Spudly can actually just get the puck almost immediately and then just shoot it straight into the net. What do you call it? The quick shot?
Yeah, I just say quick shot.
Oh, he's not getting it.
Yeah, he's not giving me any. Fortunately, there are 2 hockey challenges, this one being the first. And the first hockey challenge is just like, I'm going for quick shots, but if I don't get them, then it just makes it, there's a quick shot. That's what it should look like every time. But it only loses me like 7 seconds or something, 8 per miss, which is pretty bad in the long run. But the second hockey is a lot harder to mess up, but when you do, things go really wrong really fast. So I'm a lot more worried about that one as far as marathons are concerned. I just don't want to, lose minutes. See, first hockey, I can just make a million mistakes and it doesn't even matter.
That rebound, though, was pretty good. So now you have now there's an actual hockey player that comes out.
And you get a goalie. And now the reason this is easier is this guy will always try to pass to his teammate, the red guy. And so if I just get between the goalie and the red guy, which is pretty easy by flaming the red guy into the right place, then I know where he'll hit it if he happens to intercept the puck.
I was just get so mad at this part as a kid. Hated hockey.
Yeah, casually. The second challenge, the first one's not a big deal. The second one. Wow.
That was really good.
That is scary. When you get too close to the goal, you actually can't pick up the puck. So it was a lot closer than it looked. Like it would have just gone right past me. Spyro would have ignored it. It's barely far enough away. I'm actually pretty happy with that hockey too. So now we're almost done with Colossus. There's one more statue to get, but luckily we're really close to that. So getting that statue will teleport me to the professor right around now.
Well done.
And then there's just a few more gems that I've left. So it turns out that some of the ceilings in this game aren't actually solid because you're never supposed to be there. So just go right through. And if everything went well, that's everything.
Nice.
All right.
Right. Joni Swanavara gave $5 and said, GLHF guys, hoping for an awesome stream. Maximilian Osing gave $13.37 and said, this money is for an authentic dragon roar from Spudlyman.
Oh my goodness.
Great event. Greetings from Germany. So,
Authentic?
yeah.
I'm too tired for this.
That was kind of authentic.
We'll be there in a second.
I felt it.
I felt it.
I didn't feel like extending it. I gotta save the throat.
Oh yeah, plus you have fishies coming out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If you thought seemingly RNG was bad, wait for actually RNG. Hockey sort of... None of hockey that I did is actually RNG, it's just very precise positioning to getting quick shots and stuff. In this level soon, there will be a section that's very much just me hoping that the game is nice. Fortunately, it's like one of the only places where it's like that in this game. So that puzzle's really hard when you're a kid, because if you... Like, I just jumped on the 4 corners and solved it, but the second you start jumping on other squares, it all falls apart. That no longer is the solution. Alright. So, this is the RNG. The frequency that fish jump out of the water is totally random, as well as the color that the fish are when they jump out of the water. If I need to feed him 10 fish, but only yellow and blue fish. Red fish are really bad. And if I feed him a red fish on accident, he'll spit up 3 other fish. And I'll be set back pretty far.
Oh really? I thought it was all fish.
Nope, just 3. But there are no negative fish. You can't spit out fish you haven't killed. So. The worst thing about this challenge is it can feel like it's going really well the whole time, and then this can happen.
3 reds.
And honestly, I'm jittery enough that I'm surprised I didn't accidentally hit a red in, so that's a small victory. It's really easy to be trigger happy there. And every other Spyro runner does sort of a camera angle thing so they can see the fish from a little earlier, and it really throws me off, but it means that my reaction time is a lot more limited with the fishies to tell if it's red or not. Oh, missed a jump. A lot of this game is relying on Sparks, who is my dragonfly, and following me around, and he's picking up all the gems that I'm running near, but not actually touching. And sometimes figuring whether or not Sparks is going to be able to pick up a gem can be really frustrating. But that said, Sparks not only picks up gems for you, he's also your health. If you kill things like this, they make little fodders, they make butterflies that your dragonfly will eat, and those give you health back. The way he displays your health is just the color of your dragonfly. So as I get hit, he'll change colors. When I'm at 1 health, 1 hit away from dying, your dragonfly actually disappears, and since he's what picks up gems for you, you no longer pick up gems in any other way than actually running straight through them. So it's very important to not take too much damage. Fortunately, there are only a few levels where that's really a problem, but it always can be.
Just because the gems are incredibly small, and it's hard to actually run through all of them.
Yeah. The game's definitely intended to be played with Sparks helping you. Picking up gems on their own is super tedious and not in any way fun. And it's also really bad for a speedrun.
Alright, we have a lot of donations, so whenever you're ready,
Go
we
for
can
it.
read. Okay, Chris Craig gave $15. He said, "Hey, from Chris Craig in Northern Ireland. Doing a great job so far. Shout out to my friend Barry Ronaldo Martinez, who introduced me to speedrunning. Keep up with the good work." Steve Evans gave $25 and said, "Yo guys, if at any point I thought the SGDQ schedule looked a bit lackluster, I was wrong. I'm having a blast watching. Spud, you have no idea how hyped the Crash and Spyro runners are for your run. Knock it out of the park, dude. Too spicy from Saboom and the gang."
Oh, Saboom! He plays a lot of this game. He's very, very good at Spyro too, and an awesome guy.
Clinton Henderson said, "Bonesaw, why do you have so much swag? Put this towards whatever that sexy beast wants."
Saving the animals. Why not?
Always saving the
I
animals.
gotta save the animals. Dude.
Oh man.
Those poor critters, they're helpless on their own.
Alright. Chris
Yeah.
Van Halby gave $4 and said, "Trek Hawk loves True Shade." I guess that's true. Stephanie Babiak gave $10 and said, "Good luck, Spudly. Loving the Spyro run and loving the cause." Steph LB.
Oh, Steph. I also know Steph.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Alan Pavlok gave $1 and said, "All I have left in PayPal, but spreading the word to friends and family. Every little bit helps. Please keep up the good work." Austin Nestor gave $20 and said, "Hey Spudly, stayed up just to catch the run. Always love watching your stream. Also, Bonesaw, hypest run ever. Keep it up, guys. Money goes to Spudly's choice."
Ooh. Dude, let's make a team out of this. Save some critters.
Alright, Spudly is doing Save the Animals too.
Nice.
Just so everybody knows, the chill room is locked because there's no one in there.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys want to go in there, just talk to the front desk and they'll unlock it for you.
Alright.
As a reminder, this charity marathon is for Doctors Without Borders or Médecins Sans Frontières. The company that I can't pronounce. They're an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. Right now, they're doing much good around the world, helping people who are afflicted by violence, neglect, catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. And so this is a great charity that we're supporting. Right now, we've raised quite a bit. And
The double miss. There we go. Turning in water is really slow, so messing up is unfortunately dumb. Alright, so assuming that it goes well, the next level is one of the coolest for speedrunning.
Here it goes.
It's tough. It's a toughie. But it's definitely got some neat tricks, so hopefully it'll go well.
Are those proxies random at all?
I don't think they're actually random, but
No.
they're icky.
Does the height difference
It comes from angle and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this jump just helps me get some gems a little tiny bit earlier, even more easily. Normally getting to these roofs would be a little tough, but it's a pretty tricky jump. I've got to kill 18 enemies in this level before I can use a supercharge power-up that I need all of once, but once is enough for me to kill 18 enemies. So the enemy route is very specific in this level as well. And this guy is getting away. And now, here's where the level starts to get a little more interesting. So first, I'm really good about messing these up, but I didn't, so that's a plus. So I actually just skipped a bunch. It's hard to tell now because I'm actually near the end of the level, and at the end of an orb challenge that's actually a 2-part challenge that I've only done the second part of at this point. And now I'm at the end of the level.
Good one.
So once again, this is another level where I benefit from going through it backwards the whole time. This time it's because there are doors that only work one way. Those electric gates. Now that I'm going through the level backwards, I can pretty much pretend they're open. Oop, got wrenched.
Yeah, normally you'd have to collect those bulbs. Or...
This is a cool trick. If I can get it. Ooh, what the heck? It hates me. It's sort of camera angle reliant, as well as your angle, and it's not giving it to me. Come on. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Slower than usual, but...
Spyro.
Oh, also, Tom Kenny did, like, all of the voices
The next
in
one.
this game, practically. Like, half of them, I don't know. And that's the voice of SpongeBob,
Make it.
which is why this guy sounds exactly like SpongeBob. But he's also the voice of Spyro and a lot of other side characters. Scary, scary. Okay, we're good. There it is.
Oh. Wow.
That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
I wanted the life. Alright. Once again, electric doors, don't mean anything, don't throw them backwards. Normally I'd need to pick up, like Bonesaw was saying, these.
They're like little nodes dropped from those little blue guys or something like that.
Yeah, and they function as keys. Fortunately, I never have to touch them.
Yeah.
Oh, I killed an extra enemy somewhere. How did that happen?
Yeah, because that would have been your aim.
Oh, it was the robot I
Yeah.
killed getting that life. Alright, so gem count's good. So now there's just one more orb left to get. People who have played this game should remember this challenge because it's really stupid.
I hate this show so bad.
The goal is there's 8 of these orbs, and I need to put them in the 8 different towers, but there's 10 thieves that are going to really try to mess up my day. And The alarm's gonna go off now. For the first set of thieves, there are 7 of them that spawned. Hopefully I can kill all 7 before they start running away. Oh, no, come on. Oh wow, fortunately I'm way ahead of schedule here. Go! I'm concerned the guy got away. Yeah, that guy got away. That's alright though, he's the one that gets away most often, so I kind of know how to handle it. Oh, pick it up. I'm having problems with these orbs.
6 isn't bad though for the first try.
No. Oh, there's an extra orb down there, I think. I'll need to do some silly shenanigans later.
Do they actually do that? Like they actually get away with some of these orbs?
Oh no, they don't actually take the orbs, but they like run off. They drop the orb somewhere and
Oh,
leave.
they just drop it. Yeah.
Come on, guy. What? Alright. This challenge, unfortunately, once it doesn't go perfect, it pretty much falls apart every time. It's one of those reasons that this game has such a high estimate compared to the potential.
That should be your
Alright, I have some more comments to read. We have Leisha Lazarati who gave $10 saying, "Hi there, it's been wanting to watch Spyro 2 considering it's a childhood favorite game. Go Spudly. Hope this donation helps, although it's not much. I appreciate the hard work you guys are putting into this." And that was $10. Jordan Driudi gave $30 and said, "Hi guys, it's Grabco from the French Restream. This marathon is awesome. Thanks to the runners, event planners, and also thanks to MV and the French community. I wish you good luck for the rest. Hashtag MV Pants." Oh yeah. Ryan Gilday gave $10 and said, "Hey Spudlyman, it's Crash Cycle.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to say good luck, and hey, look, there goes another one." Samantha Hickey gave $5. "It's okay to hate bananas." Shoutouts to Spudly, my favorite Spyro runner and a super cool dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Your streams always make my day better.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan and bananas.
Yeah,
Lots of hearts.
Sven Lees gave $5 and said, "Hey guys, Nevowitz here. Good job once again on this marathon. Has been looking forward to this 2 weeks of back-to-back marathons for quite a while now. Spudly, please tell me that this will be the sub 2 that I've been waiting for so long."
It's already so impossible.
Heart.
I'm sorry, Nev.
Also, shoutouts to Spring Green Overlay destroying my eyes. Put this towards whatever Spudly wants. And we'll go ahead and put that towards saving the animals, if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do it. Alright. This level, as it turns out, is really tough, only because of a few tricks that are really tough. And I'm really hoping not to choke on those tricks. One of them is definitely, well, not definitely the hardest in the game, but definitely the hardest in this run and the hardest to learn. Wow. Enemies are just evading flames today. This is really silly. And that guy who usually does just like eat flame inputs died right away. Nice.
Wow, I didn't think that one would hit.
Yeah, I'm
That
surprised.
was a good one.
Oop, come on. Hey, that hit too.
Wow.
That gem. I'm being all silly here because that guy sitting in a chair really wants to talk to me, so I need to make sure to not be on the ground for very long, or he'll start talking.
Thank you.
Alright, so the difficult chip's coming up right after I get this talisman. The goal is to skip a ladder. Oh! And it's a toughie. And that's nowhere close.
Because in this game, Spyro literally has none of his skills, and you have to purchase them all from money bags. So Spudly still hasn't purchased the ladder climbing technique.
Wow, this is really like
So
infinitely far away from where I need to be. Worst case scenario, I may end up having to backtrack here, but we won't try that unless I get stuck here for a long time. But this trick, like, it may look like I'm failing a lot, and it's a lot more than usual, but it's not more than expected. We're just thankful that this trick has quick resets. I can try it a lot really fast. Come on. I had a few that were getting close, and now we're back to just being bad at Spyro. I had a feeling this was going to happen with this trick. I promise I practiced it a lot. Okay, get up there. We'll do the slow setup version. Come on. Usually the slow setup version has some help. It's terrible because it's just bad double jumps. Usually, if I have a problem, it's with the first half. And so, I'm better at fixing that. Right now, I'm just not getting enough jump height after I jump off of this turtle. So we may end up here. What's gonna happen, I'm gonna ignore this for now. We're gonna come back to him at the end of the level and try a few more times just to see if taking a break's what I need, and then we'll officially call this run just a bad speed run and do the backtrack, which was really unfortunate. Wow, no! This is the other hard part of the run, which is why I keep going back. Or, yeah, of this level, not of the run. There are many other parts. Pick up that gem, Sparks. He ignored it.
it's still back there, though, just that one red.
Yep, one red gem. So now I need to go back to the gem, and then back to the end of the level. Just to probably not even need to be at the end of the level. My apologies for being bad at video games I'm scheduled to play, but, you know, marathon luck. Trying to be fancy. Now is not the time for fancy. We'll give it one more.
You got
One more
this.
good go. That doesn't even count. That's usually how mess ups look. That is. Oh! Oh, we're looking better here. I've got good feelings. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
These are all close.
I do have to say that this is the most hideous turtle I've ever seen.
Don't make fun of the critters, man. We're trying to save the critters.
Oh, there you go!
We're up.
Yes!
Okay. We don't have to backtrack. And we got all the gems. Alright, now we get to take a little breather. Thank goodness I could use a breather. Alright. Hit 2 turtles into the water. What's happening right now is this guy wants to cook turtles, and all the turtles he has really want to be cooked. So they're all making a beeline for this cauldron, and I just gotta save them by hitting them into the water where they can't walk at the cauldron anymore. I don't know what the chef did to these poor turtles to hypnotize them into this vat of soup, but... And this isn't random at all, it's a completely set pattern, so when I do dumb things, it's like all my fault.
How many are in the second round?
I don't actually know the turtle count, and it's you can actually get an extra turtle. The challenge works like this could be the last turtle right here, unless I take too long to get him in, and then another turtle will spawn, and I need to save him too. Oh, I'm not used to finishing the level there.
All right, we have some comments. Mitchell Garner Hoskins gave $5. Said, "Is it Idexic or Idextic?" And Jebediah discovered the sun. The world needs to know. Love from Kabbalah.
Alright, we've got a whole level after this where I can do comments, but right here is actually a pretty cool trick.
Okay, go ahead.
So, just making sure everybody is aware that's going to happen. So now we're
Nice.
swimming out of bounds, and now we're swimming inbounds, but not where we should be swimming. And this is another skipping a ladder situation. There's a ladder. Look at me not climbing it.
Yeah, Spyro games are just notorious for having you swim in the air.
But now this entire level is just a speedway, so I'll be gliding around, trying to hit things, trying not to miss things. But that's about it, so go for it.
Okay, great. Kieran O'Hare gave $10 and said, "Greetings from the UK. Thank you all for the entertaining stream. Keep up the awesome work." Well, thank you, Kieran. Jeremy Bourseau gave $25 and said, "Thank you for work on speedruns and big up for the French restream." Oh yeah. We're really happy that Mr. MV is restreaming there. The French community has been extremely supportive of these charity marathons. Jared Richards gave $10 and said, "Good luck on the turtle soup jump." Which, you got it.
Eventually.
Yes. Michael Carher gave $2, said, "Hello from Australia. What you're doing is great. This is a lot of fun to watch, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that you want those animals to live. For shame." James,
Sorry.
James Van Landon. James Van Ladunt said, "Hey Spud, good luck from Jambalia. I was so hyped for your run. I am working on 3 hours of sleep. Loving the support for the PS1 games this time. Show 'em how good you are, Spud. Put this money towards playing Coco and CTR Team Coco."
Aw, yeah, Team Coco.
Travis Newton gave $10 and said, "First time watching SGDQ. Gotta thank my buddy Rejax for getting me into speedruns. Hoping to start speedrunning in the near future. $5 to 5 heart challenge and $5 to whatever Bonesaw wants. Travis, aka Kilmatic."
Whatever I want,
Yeah.
save.
Save them animals.
Save them animals.
Oh, we're saving them for you.
Make enemies in the speedrunning community.
By saving
And
things.
friends in the animal kingdom. Alright, so I was actually supposed to be following Hunter here, but I spend most of the time in front of him, since I know where he's going. But it does get kind of worrisome because he does rubber band, and his rubber banding programming is really poopy. So sometimes he does really weird things. So you might end up with him like getting to a ring way, way, way in front of you, and when he touches the ring, they actually start shrinking, and when they disappear, you lose, and you have to start over. So if he gets to a ring like way, way ahead of where you are, that can be really bad. I could skip opening this wall. People tend to ask about that. There is a skip, it'd just be slower. Because of all these gems outside of the wall and then all these gems inside the wall but on the same level.
That butterfly.
Arcs! Jeez! Also, I'm short a gem. Oh, I know where it is. But that sucks. I've got to go back for another gem.
Was that in the homeworld? Or was
Yeah, it's in the homeworld by Sunny Beach Portal. I missed it going in and forgot to get it on the way out.
That's relief because I was gonna say that it was like back by the turtle soup. But
No, I definitely got the level complete. I remember
oh yeah,
gliding
yeah, I
away and
remember you got that.
being startled. I'm so startled right now.
This has to be my favorite level. I love
The Aquaria. Unfortunately, it's kind of boring for speedrun purposes. 100% is kind of cool. Now it's got a death abuse, which is neat. It's the only one in the run. Assuming I don't mess up and hit the checkpoint early, then I just need to pass the death abuse. It only saves like 10 seconds though, so that wouldn't be a huge deal. There are 14 enemies I need to kill in this level and 15 in my way as I go through the level.
Hi. A pleasure doing business
Metal
with you,
sharks
Spyro.
here always scared me as a kid.
Oh, they were terrifying. There's metal sharks in this level that'll need fireballs to kill, and they don't do damage to you. They just like, when they get
kill
too
you.
close, they initiate a cutscene, and the cutscene makes you dead. Oop, that flame didn't work the way I planned it. So I got all 15 enemies in the way. But it's nice to have that extra backup. Alright, so here's the sharks. Here's me dodging that checkpoint. That was actually pretty scary.
Yeah, he was
close.
close.
I think he was just too low though. Oh no. This level I've gotten gem counts memorized so that I can not have to turn around in the water to see if I've missed gems or not. But unfortunately I'm gonna keep second guessing myself because my gem count's off by 1 because of earlier gems, so I'm all confused. Alright, and then here we get to see me get eaten by a shark. Chomp.
Yeah.
And now we go right back to where I need to be, which is super convenient.
We have a donation from Eva Koivenstoinen, who said, "Hey guys, cool marathon so far. Good luck to Spudly on the best run in the marathon, in my opinion. Don't have much anymore, but I hope this helps. FS_Jazzy."
Oh, Jazzy. So many people from my chat. Thanks guys for supporting this awesome cause.
Ryan Hall gave $15 and said, "Hey guys, great marathon so far. Big shout outs to Spudly and the rest of the Spyro and Crash community from Holitude. Do work, Spudly. Put this money towards the bone saw, aka save the animals, because bone saw is awesome."
Awesome.
So
Save them animals.
right there I did an out of bounds. People probably saw it and were a little confused.
I was confused. I had no idea.
My couch commentator is confused.
Remember, he's brand new.
Essentially, there's a sequence where I'm supposed to save 6 seahorses in order from the tops of towers, and the base of the tower will open. So Tower 1 opens, and then I go save a seahorse, and then Tower 2 opens. But I just out of bounds right to Tower 6.
So all the other ones were
Yeah.
just saved.
Yeah, 5 seahorses.
Now then.
The king really didn't care about those 5 kids. He wanted me to really save that 6th kid, and I did it. What can I say? This guy I need to be super careful not to get in front of him, because then you lose. Because he still spawns the rings behind him, so it's just an auto loss. Alright, and I missed a red gem. I was supposed to get. I was meant to get this during the Manta challenge. That's like a recent strat change, so of course I autopiloted. Alright, so now we're gonna get teleported to the first boss, or right outside of him, because I've gotten all of the talismans previous to him, which is the requirement to entering the first boss. And it's also really unfortunate because it takes me even further away from the 1 gem that I need to go get.
Well done. Okay, Spyro.
Whee!
Jump through that hole in the floor
So,
and get down to the
all of
pressure
this is all stuff that I shouldn't be doing,
Cool if I can catch them.
unfortunately. But fortunately, it could be a lot worse. It's just right here.
How is that even missed? Sparks just like...
No, what happens is once you go into a portal, everything stops moving.
That's right.
And I went into the portal a little bit early, and the gem was homing into me, but didn't quite touch me.
Before you get
I find
to
that
the
happens
castle,
in
then
3 a lot when you go into Cloud Spires with all those gems that are right beside
Oh
there.
yeah,
When you're jumping in, there's like a whole bunch of gems that just rush towards you, but you never get
you
them.
don't get them. Alright, so this boss, I'm gonna take some hits on purpose. It would technically be faster to take a hit on purpose there, but I want him to move to this platform for later. But now I'm gonna start getting hit, and then I can breathe fire on him, and then because he moved off of the platform a little bit, he'll run right back to the same one, which is a little bit quicker than having him run around the stage. So I'll do that one more time, and this boss drops health all the time, so it shouldn't be a concern as far
there's
as
one right there.
staying alive goes. But now we're on phase 2, and so now after I hit him, he'll try to chase me. So I just get him to chase me a little bit off the platform. And the reason that I moved him to this platform and didn't get hit on the first hit was because this one is now blue, and you may notice the other platforms are sort of alternating blue and red, and him being on a red. Not being able to pick up any gems is bad news. Especially for this part. You'll see in just a second that I really rely on sparks, and if I had to actually touch every single gem before I enter the next level, it would be way, way more grueling.
Or especially in a home world where there are so many gems like this.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
underwater and everything, so...
Yeah, this exact section is really bad with no health. You essentially just need to run and get health right away, which is still really slow.
But that alone though, like gems underwater without sparks is like
Awful.
the ultimate time waster.
Yeah, no kidding. This man speaks truth.
Just as a reminder, this Marathon Summer Games Done Quick 2013 is hosted by 2 different groups. SGA is the main group. SGA is a host of speedruns for about 1,000 games, has forums and strategy wiki to assist runners with learning how to run games. If you ever want, go there. SRL, Speedruns Live, is also a huge part of this. We have some great SRL runners here. They're a huge speedrunning community that features the streams of several speedrunners of all varieties and racing. So be sure to go check out SDA and SRL, see some speedruns, maybe even join us. We love to have new people, and we have some new people who have never been at marathons before here, which is great.
I would raise my hand if I wasn't playing games. Sparks. So sparks, to gain health back, like I mentioned, you kill sort of little tiny fodders that like a snowball in these levels, and they drop butterflies, and sparks will eat the butterfly. But while he's busy eating butterflies to regain health, he won't pick up gems. He chills back where the butterfly is, and then runs right up to where you are after he's done eating, and sort of misses all the gems along the way.
Hello.
So that can be really annoying to accidentally hit those little critters.
Whoa.
Yeah, I could explain that. It looks really weird, but what happens is just, there's a cutscene that I skipped, and during that cutscene you watch the bridge form. I paid to have the bridge form, and then you watch it, but I skipped the cutscene, and it makes the bridge look formed right away. But the bridge is still actually actively forming while I'm moving around after I've skipped the cutscene. It's hitboxes, not visually. So it looks like I'm inside the bridge because the bridge is actually still sort of slowly going up while I'm running across it.
We have a donation from Brian Lee. He gave $20, said Turtle Soup Hype. Sloop sends his love. Let's see that.
Oh!
Let's see that chef at the end of the tunnel of love.
Oh.
Twig. Fish Van Emerognen. I just slaughtered that. Fish Van Emerognen. Hi guys, I'm really enjoying the marathon. This is my second live event and it was worth the wait. $20 to the Mega Man X4 cutscene. You know why. The other $5 goes to taunting the animals in Super Metroid.
Oh god.
Yeah,
The taunt.
sorry. The taunt is powerful. Magnus Jacobson gave $10 and said, "Good luck on your 100% Spudster. Water everywhere. Whale. Buff Seagull."
Buff Seagull.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Magnus.
Finally, Michael McKenzie gave $5 and said, "Not much to play with this time around, but just wanted to say thanks to everyone participating and particularly those who organized the ESA and SGDQ doubleheader. My sleep schedule is about to be ruined once again. I wish I was there with you guys." Thank you very much, all you generous donors. Don't forget, you can always be entered into the grand prize drawing, which is going to be a Nintendo 3DS XL. Also, if you're outside of the US, do not worry, we haven't purchased it yet. So no matter what region you are in, we will buy one where you are. So yay, you can play 3DS games wherever you go. So don't forget, also be aware of future challenges that are coming up. We did meet the Echo hard run, but there are plenty more, so be sure to check those out.
Oh, that guy. Luckily, he's really low, so I didn't need to fly back to get him. Just turn around and play one. Alright. These spiders do slowly respawn. Okay, good.
Nice. Oh. There you go.
Alright, so that's this level. And now we're going to one of the scariest levels in a lot of ways. Essentially, the next level, there's a whole lot of lava, and there's a whole lot of stuff on the lava, and there's a power-up that you need to kill 15 enemies for, and that makes you invincible temporarily, and then you can run all over the lava, but I don't like killing enemies because it takes time. So I'm going to avoid doing that and instead damage boost everywhere, but as it turns out, this is one of the few levels that gives you a really big penalty for dying. So
Bad ones,
I need to make sure not to die while simultaneously getting hurt a lot on purpose.
There's just a lot of technique, a lot of trick in this level. Just associated
Definitely.
with like damage boosting.
Yeah, it's sort of like Glimmer in that way. It's
Yeah.
just really tech heavy all the time.
Spyro.
Especially this part, I hated this part.
Dinosaurs. This is one of those like trial and error challenges, so when you're a kid they're super frustrating. Or even just your first time playing through.
Oh, you had that on lockdown.
Well done.
Yeah, that first challenge is pretty forgiving. Second one is the problem.
Uh-oh.
For when you're casually playing. It also means that if I make a mistake, then I mess up, but it's a set pattern, so if I mess up, it's really very much my fault. But that went just fine. But now we get to the actually scary part. So fortunately, there's a lot of health right here. This is a skip to the end of the level, by the way. Whoop, there we are. And now that I'm at full health, that sucks. I just got a life that would have been really nice to get later.
Oh.
Oof. We're just gonna do this. I was not at full health and I wanted to be. It's trying to hurt me right now. This
But
is
that guy was
scary.
gonna hit you right into the lava.
Yeah, but me
Oh, that
too.
was so close.
That makes two of us, my friend. Alright. So now I go over here just for health. I need more health. I actually could do it without the health, but that guy... It doesn't just get me more health now. It's actually like, even though I'll go right by that spot later, that critter will actually respawn. So I get like 2 health from the same lizard. It's definitely worth doing. And if I didn't do that, right now I'd be at no health, so I'd be having to get gems. At really low health. Which sucks. Alright, so here he is. He's back. Hit him again. I need to be careful not to get hit by these guys. Right there, I did a really silly thing. There is a wall of bones that I was supposed to hit 3 times, but by charging past it, I actually hit it 3 times really, really quickly. I was supposed to use a rock and shoot it 3 separate times. Oh, that sucks. But once I missed it, it was already over. The second hit doesn't really matter. We just got to do the backup route. No big deal.
Get a bit more health and grab the bone, right?
Yep. So what happened there is, unfortunately, I ran into the dinosaur, but it didn't give me the bone. The bone flew off. You need to hit the dinosaurs at a pretty precise angle in order to actually get the bone while you kill them instead of having it fly off like that. So now it's way over here. Ooh, bad jump. I can't just be jumping blind willy-nilly. Jeez. Okay, that jar is the reason I can't die. I need to break it in a bunch of different locations, and it causes it to spawn in the new locations, and it would go all the way back to its first location. I totally brain farted here, though. Okay. I was supposed to grab that rock just a second ago. For that. Nice.
Thank you, Spud.
We have a donation from Auntie Holapa for $20. Said, just got home from work, enjoying some summer game goodness. Looking forward to some Holy Diver. I don't think you're the only one. Yeah. Also, there is a great Holy Diver prize. Someone made a cart with the ROM Holy Diver in it that'll actually play on your Nintendo. So that's going to be a really cool prize that's coming up. Just saying, getting the hype out there. I also have a donation from David Bowser for $25 who said, first time getting to watch one of these. Wish all the runners the best of luck with their runs and have a good time. Darren Upton gave $5 and said, hey, Not here. After not seeing HGDQ live, it's really sweet to see SGDQ live. Hopefully caffeine can pull me through the stream. Thanks, guys. Oh, caffeine is what we all need right now.
Yeah. I've been up for far too long to be doing speedruns.
I think you're doing really good.
It's actually not too bad.
I mean, runners typically are more critical of themselves than viewers.
It is the case. We get mad when we lose seconds.
Yeah, but I feel that this has been very impressive so far. I'm very much enjoying this run.
Thank you. Alright, there's a door that I'm going to open here. I didn't used to open it, and you can skip it, but it causes a lot of grief later in the level if you don't open this. So unfortunately, you gotta watch this silly cutscene, but it's definitely worth doing, especially for a marathon, because it's sort of an RNG situation that I put myself into if I don't open that door. And that wouldn't be good. But yeah, I'll talk more about it. Really, there's no way to talk about why that door is open till later when it will make way more sense. But for now, just trust me.
I was just about to say.
In your head, man.
Thanks for your
Alright. And I actually don't mind that I didn't get that last gem. It's those first two that I did get that I'm worried about, so...
Hunter really does get you to do the most random
I
things.
Drop some
Like-
monkeys in this barrel. I could use some monkeys. I'll let you ride around on my manta ray for a while.
Yeah. Shoot
Oh,
some
I messed
sharks.
that up. There's, if you charge past this bottle as it breaks at the perfect timing, the gem will just home into you. But I messed it up, so I have to go back for it. It's the risks we take. And this level is actually the one I need to kill the most enemies in, I believe. I need to kill 20. There are a lot of enemies here, though, so that's sort of why the requirement's so high. And I'm actually kind of short. Oh, no, never mind. That's 18. 19. Here's the talisman. And for people showing up, there's just one of those at the end of every level in the first 2 of 3 worlds. In the fourth, or in the third world, there are only 3. In the third world, there aren't any talismans. Alright, so now I'm going to be chasing this guy around to take his flags away from him. And he is a meanie. His name is Bombo, and Bombo throws these, I guess we'll call them bombs, at me. And these bombs, they don't do damage. It just, the second I get hit by one, I go back to wherever the chase commenced and start chasing Bombo again from the beginning. And so, essentially, if you imagine this level divided into quarters, and this is the last quarter, Bombo spawns in the other 3 quarters. So every time I chase him, I need to chase him a little bit further. So the first time he's like right near the end of the level, and now he's like halfway through the level, and later he's right at the beginning of the level. So the end Bombo is the really scary part. And it's also why it's really good to have a door wide open for you. Did neither of those hit?
No.
That's really bad news. That's really... I could have avoided that just by simply shooting more fireballs, but those were acting like they were going straight for him. So that's really silly. Because there's just no other way to get him down from there.
So that's like the only point they actually get the fireball power up is right like at the end.
Yeah. There's, unfortunately, this guy that I missed is in the very middle of the level, so I gotta skip to go right back to the beginning of the level, but that puts me just as close to the middle. Didn't want to fall down there. I could have easily fireballed him. Please hit now. Wow. See, that's all I needed to happen. Alright, so here's a door I did skip, and you can see Bombo just kind of goes straight through it, and I need to sort of do my skip again.
Are they RNG where he shoots them? Or?
Very. Totally random. That said, there's not many situations where you can't dodge them. You can usually blame it on bad reaction time, not just the game trolling you.
Oh, because they were like bouncing off the walls and everything. It just,
Yeah, it's
a little
sketchy.
more difficult.
It's definitely scary. Third Bombo's the scary one, though. Please. Okay. I'm gonna be super extra careful about these gems, because you always miss gems here. See?
Oh, yeah.
There's just too many. You think you're keeping track of all of them, but you aren't. So right here, if I had to skip over this door, I'd need to hover over the door. Ugh. Which
Good thing it
means...
was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh.
And hovering over the door means that I just drop on the other side, but my camera isn't on the other side. So I just do a blind drop into Bombo's drop bombs. and need to just hope that there isn't one where I'm going to land on the other side of the door. So it's definitely better to just have the door open and be able to see. I always used to keep the door closed, and it never really caused that many problems. And then I had one run where I literally got hit 10 times in a row before I finally got past that door on the third Bombo challenge. I was like, man, maybe I just shouldn't do this. Maybe it's not worth the RNG.
All right, Noah Watkins sent a donation. He said, thanks guys for doing these awesome runs and the cool nostalgia trips from them. Spyro and Crash were a big part of my childhood. This money will go to Team Coco for CTR. Noah. Patrick Abraham gave $5 and said, here's play for coffee. I wish you guys never run out of energy. Good luck to all of you. Christian Stevens gave $20 and said, good luck with the runs, guys. Just as a reminder, we do have some upcoming donations and games. The next one that has some incentives or choices is Nier. You can choose the name or you can choose the costume. Right now, one of the names is pretty far ahead. Let me just check real quick with Zerator. And then Cosmo is behind by about $210. For Nier, Kabuki costume is winning a lot. I know that it got a lot of hype during one of the previous runs today. Also, challenges that are coming up. The next one that really needs to be beaten is the Sonic the Hedgehog SMS one. The George Foreman KO boxing. Adam AK is running that. If you know Adam AK, it's going to be a lot of fun. Right now it only has 68 out of $300, so be sure to check that out.
What were the amounts on the animals?
Oh, let me check how your animals are doing, okay? Because Super Metroid Save the Animals is currently at $1,337. Yes, elite dollars. Whereas Kill the Animals it is at $669. So if you're barbecue fans, you know, you are behind by about like, you know, $700. So
Step it up.
yeah, boys.
That said, I think it's really awesome that there's an incentive out there, like saving the animals, that just gets a bunch of donations every marathon it's in. It's like tradition and it's beautiful. Oh. What weird barrels to miss.
Hi.
Alright, so I think it bears mentioning that I am going to need to backtrack to this level because I need the head bash ability to complete it, which I can't get until the third world. So I'm just going to get some gems that are convenient. Oh my goodness, this gem hates me. Some orbs that are convenient, and leave with the talisman because I do need all the talismans to get to the third world. So I need to beat all of these levels, but I can't actually 100% this one yet. And that is the case for 2 more levels. The next 2 coming up, I will also be backtracking to. Though this one's not out of necessity. It's just easier and faster. Well, faster is kind of debatable, but it'd be so risky and hard not to.
I always found this one to be one of the most difficult levels.
Yeah, it's a hard one casually. It's really confusing. The layout's tough.
You got like the big volcano right in the middle, you can climb up into it.
And then there's another volcano.
Yeah,
It's like, it's silly.
there's a lot of stuff going on in this level.
This is not the intended path to this cave,
Ace!
but we're here.
In case you guys didn't know, that wasn't the intended path.
By the way, we're coming up to being almost half of our marathon goal for donations. So be sure, if you want to snipe that 25,000, be sure to get that in. I'd like to see that happen before Spyro ends, and I think we can do that. So get donations in. Let's get that 25K.
Okay.
Alright, so this is also RNG. But
I'll give you
another one of those situations where generally you can't really blame RNG for doing bad. You can just blame it for the variability that happens, but for the most part, you can really make any situation that it gives you work. Hunter got right in my way. He's playing the defense. See?
Man, he's snatching him up.
Ha! That'll show him. This gets compared a lot to, well, why did I forget his name? What's his butt in Banjo-Kazooie?
Bile.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Bile.
You're real.
So, first popcorn was pretty good. Second one, not so much, but that's alright. Oh. Yeah, it is a lot more difficult. Hunter actually gets better. It's not just like there's more crystals. He's just way better at it.
Xavier Benoist gave $20 and said, I love you all, and you too, and you also, dear unknown. Kisses. So we all get kisses. That's pretty great.
I'm stoked.
I like kisses. Okay, Tyler Kassler gave $5, said no sleep. Yet I still had to get up to watch our friendly neighborhood duo of Happy Feet and Spud Sensei. Put this to whatever Spudly can't live without, says Kelberoth.
I can't live without living animals.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so that is a skip to climb the volcano a little bit quicker, which is how you get the talisman. You shut the lid on the volcano. So now that I've done that, there's a couple gems right next to me that I should probably grab, but then we'll leave. Alright, and then coming up is the final level that we need to backtrack to. So after that, we'll be back to the standard, what we were used to of going into a level, 100%ing it, leaving, rinse, repeat. Until the very end, right before the last boss, and I'll come back and do my backtracks.
Emil Person gave $5, said towards Bonesaw and Company to do to earn dance one more time. Since the first time was the greatest moment of 2013. By the way,
really was.
I already saw a website go up about that, so yeah, it became something.
It happened.
Okay, Ryan Minton gave $20 and said, hey guys, I love what you're doing for charities every year. Video games and helping people are the two best things ever invented. Loving the Spyro run, BT dubs, and good luck to all the runners. Cool, thank you Ryan, thank you Emil. By the way, charity this year is Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières. Or a slaughtered French name that I just cannot say. It's an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. They really make great use of the money. For example, $10 can purchase 45 emergency food rations for use in a crisis or natural disaster, you know. That's basically what you would get going to Arby's, you know. $30 can purchase wound care for 6 burn victims. $35, enough ready-to-use therapeutic food to treat one severely malnourished child. This is good stuff that they're doing, so be sure, donate, help us, help them, help everyone, you know? Help everywhere. That's good.
Spyro,
Speak.
thanks for helping
Alright, so now I got that talisman. And I actually initiated an orb challenge. There's now 3 thieves running around with magic lamps that I need to get. So here's the first one. He's nice and easy. Same with the second one, hopefully. Sometimes he can troll you, so I shouldn't speak before I get there, but he should be just fine. The third thief is the tricky part, and it's not actually the thief, it's the fact that I tried to do a sort of sequence breaky thingy, majingy, while killing the thief. So what's going to happen here is, after I kill the thief and get the lamp, third lamp, it's going to teleport me to the place where I get the orb. But there are going to be a few more things I want to grab before I get teleported. Oh, and it's over, unfortunately. We can still get gems, but
Thanks for bringing.
that really needs to go perfectly. Like, can't waste any time. Luckily, it's not a huge time saver, and I get it like 50% of the time, probably, in actual runs.
Plus, there weren't too many gems you missed anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can climb up the entire staircase, then you really minimize the losses. At least. I've been doing this a lot. There we go. I actually shouldn't have paused buffer to get that. I should have just left. It's right at the beginning of the level. Bad move. Alright. So now there's another sort of one of the bigger homeworld sections. Run around and collect some gems for a while. Get an orb from Autumn Plains. Now, because of my backtrack route, that's why I can sort of ignore these gems right now. I'll just get them on the backtrack. This time I just want to cut corners. Oops. Wait, what am I doing? I missed the left half. That was like a total brain fart. I just made up a route in my brain.
Didn't you have to go back down there anyway for the backtrack, or?
No, not to this part.
Oh, you would just... Yeah, you would be on the roof.
Oop, come on. Now this is the intended way to get to this orb, and it's like the only way to get to this orb, and I died. And I missed one of the gems, no! That's so silly. Actually, now that I think about it, missing the gem isn't as big of a deal as I was pretending at first. Okay. Fortunately, there's a slightly quicker way. I don't need to take this dumb whirlwind. I can do this. Jump here.
Jump right on the roof, yeah.
Jump to this roof. Then go out.
Can you jump on the tops of the trees too, or?
No, I don't think, like, I think that they're solid, but they,
But they're just like round.
you round,
so-
yeah, you slip.
Legend, thanks for the gems, Spyro. With all this cash,
this-
I can open a
this run has had all those things that happen in split seconds that cost huge amounts of time. Lots of those happening. That's okay. Oh, I already bought the level. This level's really silly to speedrun because of one particular orb challenge. Or I guess set of orb challenges, since you technically do get 2 orbs from it.
Is it the cows?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate cows.
Do you like elephants?
I'm okay with elephants.
Alright.
Yeah, they're like a weird looking
Yeah,
thing.
they're
It's
like,
a green elephant cow. It's like
Yeah.
a green elephant that moves, basically.
Do you kill them?
no,
No, you charge
hurt them.
Can you try?
Don't worry, I'll breathe all sorts of fire on every single one.
Oh, I am so happy now.
And they'll complain about it. sometimes in a cow-sounding way and sometimes in an elephant-sounding way. They have trouble making up their minds, really. Alright, so that was actually a really big skip that I just did. Normally, I'd have to talk to this guy right here, and he'd give me some seeds, and I'd use the seeds to slowly plant some platforms to climb that would lead like this. I would talk to him, and he'd give me seeds. And then, yeah, I would climb to more seeds and use those seeds to like plant more platforms to climb to more seeds to eventually like get to one of the orbs, and then get the other orb by planting even more seeds.
That's
So-
actually one of the most difficult challenges in this game.
Yeah. It's sort of puzzly.
No offense, but those are the most hideous things I've ever seen in my life.
It's a fact. They actually do specifically try to walk away from you.
It's just a movie God.
Okay.
We want to kill the animals now.
I hope these are not any of the critters.
Yeah.
They will be taunting.
Well, we have a comment from Beatrice Burgos Caravaca. Give $5, says, "Hello guys, Beucci here. Really enjoying this marathon so far. Best of luck for Spudly on this run. Here's hoping Gulp doesn't give you too hard of a time. Putting this money towards Bandicoot power." Hannes Oscarson gave $25 saying, "You guys rock." Oh yeah. David Floor gave $10 and said, "Hey guys, love the marathon so far and the cause. Keep staying strong and awake." I think that is almost as important for some people here as going strong.
Wait, that guy didn't get into the actual... Look at these guys! What are they doing? Dancing on the edge. Come on. Now you can probably see why this is frustrating. There's just no really good, consistent way to get these guys to, you know, do what you want. And now, if you thought getting 5 of them was fantastic, there are 2 more cowlicks.
No.
That's what they're called, cowlicks.
Don't worry, we got fireballs for these ones.
Please do.
Don't they go like super far and super
Yeah,
fast when you
just
get them like that?
not far, just up. Super up. Alright.
$122, by the way, would put us to halfway to our goal, so I'm watching for the snipe here. You're just $122 away from the
I
snipe.
knew I missed it.
By the way, I'd like to thank all of the people, both on-site and off, who are helping. We have some great chat moderators, both in the QuakeNet as well as the Twitch chat. Especially the Twitch chat, they're doing a great job there. I've been watching them. Also, we have Mr. MV restreaming in French. He is like magic, you know. It's kind of awesome. So. Yeah, and we're still getting some awesome donations. You know, we're at around 18,000 viewers, which at this time in the morning is very surprising to me, and yet very, very happy. Also, thanks all the tech people here, all the people who have taken the effort to set their time aside, as well as all the runners and other participants that we have here.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow!
Keep the donations coming in. It's a great cause.
Yeah, we're gonna get 25,000 before the run ends.
That'd be pretty cool.
So
I'm already hyped.
Oliver Massot gave $5 and said, "Bonjour from La France." with the most American accent ever. Love the show! Where were you 20 years ago when I told my mother I could earn money playing video games? By the way, try pronounce it this way. Made a saint. Without the last T. Made a saint. Okay. Sans Frontier, adieu. I'm dying from the heat. Keeping the stream open for paramedics, though. Okay, well, thank you for the donation, as well as my slaughtering of whatever you just wrote.
Oh, yeah.
You could try instant.
Oh, I'm missing so many things, just barely.
There's gonna be so many of those jars in this game.
There are only 4.
Are there really? How
Yep.
many are there in 3? I seem to recount like there were 2.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charmed Ridge and some other place.
Charmed Ridge and Bamboo Terrace.
Oh, yep, you got it. Yeah, this one, we've gotten 3 out of the 4. The last one's in Robotica Farms. Alright, another speedway. This one is not too interesting. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Sort of like the rest of the run. Hopefully I don't mess it up. That was officially a mess up. That's okay. Not too costly. That is a good thing in this speedway. You're not really on any big cycles, so when you mess something up, it's just like the seconds it costs you to go back and get that one thing. That's the only time it costs. Some of the speedways you're on sort of long global cycles.
Yeah, there's nothing really moving in this level.
Yeah.
So
Besides the bungee jumpers, and that's so minor. Oh wait. There's 2 jumpers left. Oh, so minor, he says. Now the Hunter Challenge. This one's pretty much an auto-scroller. But this guy's got a cool mustache.
He's got swag.
Mustache. So yeah, this challenge pretty self-explanatory. Follow this guy. He shoots guns. Drops gems. For some reason, when the thieves get shot, they throw their money out on little parachutes.
it's a kid's game, Spudly.
Sorry.
Stop ruining it for the children.
Alright,
Well,
so that's the speedway. Now we got one more level in the second homeworld before it's time to head to the third. And there's a trick I'm kind of nervous for, the third homeworld. So hopefully that goes well. Because it was giving me some hard times in practice, but I sorted it out, but we all saw what happened at Turtle Soup.
We got $25 from Brendan Manning, who said, "Put this towards Sonic the Hedgehog SMS. It's great to see some Master System love, and even greater that it's for such a great cause. Wish Adam a good run. Cheers." Thank you very much.
Oh.
Changed my mind. It almost killed me. Okay. What happened there is, wow, pretty much every time that you play this level, except in 100%, you just run straight to that platform that I was running to. And it's really common to accidentally just like, in levels where you spawn and you need to do something besides charge forward, generally I just spawn and I'm holding down the charge button. So I just charge forward anyway. So if I'm not like actively thinking about what I need to do when I spawn in the level.
You're not actually supposed to be up here right now, though, right? It's like
No.
this is the mine cart.
Yes,
Thing,
that
right?
is
Yeah.
that is something I should be talking about. So these cogs, normally I'm supposed to be riding around a little trolley like Bonesaw was saying, and people who played this game as at any time would remember this trolley.
This is horrible. I hate
But
this.
it's definitely nice being able to skip it. But it does make parts of this run a little scarier. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get all 50 cogs, and it's not going to do anything. See, here is the 50th. And now, normally, if you were on the minecart trolley thing, you would teleport upon getting the 50th cog to the guy who gives you the orb for getting cogs. But because I didn't do it the proper way, I need to actually go talk to the guy myself, and then he'll give me the orb. But I need to actually speak with the guy, and if I die at any point before I talk to him, I need to go get all of the cogs again, because they all just respawn. So I really don't want that to happen. Also, if I accidentally get on the minecart after I've gotten all of the cogs, but before I get the orb for it, I need to re-enter this level, which would be really bad.
And that's what I thought you had to do. Get all 50, then go on the mine cart for like 2 seconds and then get off. And then you
Oh,
have the orb.
no, that actually locks it. You get
Oh.
stuck in a weird state where you've got all 50 cogs, but he refuses to give you an orb for it, so they won't respawn. But I do get on the trolley for a little bit after I get the orb, because I need to use its cannon. It's that bucket. Every practice run I did, I chased him around this boat like 5 laps. So I'm glad that that went the right way this time. Because the enemy route for this level is actually quite precise.
Thanks for
If I miss an enemy, I need to turn around and kill it. There's not anything else I can kill on the way, or even kind of out of the way.
All right, we are over $25,000, halfway of
yeah.
our goal.
This is gem, dude. It's fun.
I don't know who sniped it yet, though. But I'm pretty sure I'll find out soon.
that was
We do have donations from Thue Undergaard Anderson, $20. Greetings from Denmark. You guys are awesome. We currently have a heat wave, and I'm trying to cool down. Great excuse to stay inside and watch some gaming. I think that's as good of an excuse as anything. Adam Hillman gave $55. Great job so
That's what I'm
far.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Great work on the Spyro
I
run.
knew I've seen that before in the run.
Who's got it?
I thought you were missing sparks. It's like, that was the last one.
Cool. And it's always nice to see those numbers when I want to see those numbers.
Great. Adam said, great job so far. Great work on the Spyro run. Another $50 for naming Link Oro in Twilight Princess. $5 for the current runner to use as they want. Except for naming Link anything other than Oro. So what do you think?
Save the animals.
Yeah.
Oh, saving the animals. Okay.
Got some critters to save.
They need some love. Maddie Pekka
Died in so many
Ritvola
marathons.
donated $10, said, awesome, love to follow these events. Keep up the good work, runners. Greetings from Finland, Malachi. Taylor Demir gave $5, said, I'm surprised myself that I'm up this early. Here's to get into the halfway mark. Put the money towards the reader's choice. Ooh, in that case, what do I want? Doom. Yeah. I want the Doom, Watch Me Die or whatever it's called.
No, that is it.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good pattern if I can get Gulp to do what I want. Awesome. Okay. The second that Gulp lands after getting hit, he destroys all of the ammo on the stage, and you have to get more. So you're intended to kill this guy one hit at a time, but if with good timing, depending on what you are given, you can get double hits. And obviously, I'd like to get as many of those as possible. This one's a freebie because these will always spawn rockets when Gulp is at 8 out of 10 health. And 2 rocket double hits are very easy. But now it's just random, every egg. I have no clue what's going to be in it. Bomb is good if there aren't more bombs. Oh, or if I... Here. Go. No, he ate the barrel, dude. So this is bad luck because bombs can only be... Oh, he broke the bomb, dude.
He's getting rid of everything.
Bombs can only be the first hit in a double hit. Because of the amount of time that they take to blow up after you flame them, they actually just... There's no way to actually hit Gulp before it gets destroyed. Oh, I saw that coming. So, if, like, only bombs drop, I can't get a double hit, essentially. Speaking of double. Don't break my barrel. No! Oh, you evil, evil man. See, normally he'll just try to chase you and try to squish me, and so that's what I sort of bank on him doing sometimes when I try to position him around the stage. But he can also, as you've seen, eat your ammunition and use it against you. So, when he decides to do that instead, he'll like run to the wrong part of the stage and sometimes eat exactly the thing I was planning on using. Oh, perfect. Maybe. Oh! I'm gonna back up. I don't want to have no sparks for next.
Nice.
So that wasn't too bad. Lots of double hits, but a few empty cycles.
Very good.
Destroyed a lot of the ammunition.
But yeah, that could go way worse. It's definitely, as far as marathon Gulps go, very happy with that.
I think I finally come up with a way.
It definitely looks nicer to totally beef a hit and then get a nice double hit, like I was doing, instead of just whittling him down one hit at a time. So that's a plus. So now, we're going to make an attempt to break this game really, really hard. But
Wells?
it's a trick that's been giving me some trouble in practice. Or was. I should say was, because I definitely sorted it out. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But if it goes well, we should shortly be seeing the way this game is played change a little bit. So there's a portal behind me. It's really big, and it's only supposed to be unlocked after you beat Ripto, the final boss, and it's sort of like the end area. But I would like to be there now, and so I'm going to have to find where they store the portal when it's not open, which happens to be just directly underneath where the portal is. So now, I'm there. And now, while I'm in here, there's an out of bounds that's tough. It's giving me some trouble. I don't know why. It shouldn't be that tough. Much easier than turtle soup, for instance. Oh, that was super close, actually. On the first try. That wasn't. I'm sad that first try didn't make it, because that should have been it. I was over. There it is.
Oh, nice.
So now, if I swim in this water, the game crashes. We don't want to swim in this water. You're not supposed. The reason being, there's just no swimmable water in this stage, besides stuff that's out of bounds. So when you try to swim in it, it breaks. But so what I just did was actually get myself the reward for 100%ing the game well before I 100%ed the game. And so now we will use that to my advantage. to our advantage. Let's not kill ourselves.
Frederick Turkeys donated $20, said, watching French restream. Thank you, awesome runners. This marathon is great. Gareth Pavlich donated $50 and said, hey guys, I didn't find out about this stuff until after SGDQ 2013 had already been gone. So excited to be able to watch it live this time. Only one complaint so far. Needs more PJ. Can you please put this donation towards Super Ultra Secret Donation and send it for Double Dragon? We sure can. That's $50 to that.
Wait, where am I going?
Lilu Pickling said, shout out to Shirtless Mario on the couch, Craigasm. Make Bonesaw the cutest couple from SGDQ, go, go, go. But yeah, you have a good marathon going, and I hope we'll see some Bonesaw and Mofat action soon. Tingle's Palace, Poke Girl from USA. Yeah, okay, well that's cool. Teal Bald gave $35 and said, here's $35 for an amazing cause. Love the Spyro 2 speedrun. I knew the game had a lot of skips, but not nearly as many as being shown here. Thank you for that. You've definitely got me hyped to start my Let's Plays of the Spyro series. Burning Cowlicks can't come soon enough. Oh, you are so right about that.
Somebody knows priorities straight.
If you can figure out how to kill them, please put that in, okay? That needs to be in a run. There. Michael Bunshoten said, yeah, kill them all. Man's gotta eat, so kill the animals. Michael Daly said, Japanese things. I don't know. Nathan Purcell gave $10, said, hey guys, first time watching and I'm loving all the speedruns. Keep up the great work, Genbate.
Oh, I want more
You
help.
can do it in poorly said Japanese. Love Zaz. Adam Betcher gave $15 and said, I don't have much to donate this year because I'm out of work for 2 weeks while my store is under construction. This is an amazing cause and I really just want to do what I can to help out. Put this money towards 5 Heart Challenge in Legend of Zelda. Great. Thank you all donators who have sent money and comments in so far. This is helping, going towards a good cause. The Doctors Without Borders, or every time I say this I feel bad, Medicines Sans Fronteras. I'll just create my own words for that. That's our charity this year, and they are fantastic. They help people who have been threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. So please donate, help out.
Alright, so for people who hadn't noticed, the reward for 100%ing the game is the ability to shoot fireballs whenever you want instead of breathing fire standardly. So now I'm just running around and breathing fireballs, and it's definitely makes a difference as far as level routing. Wait, oh, I just messed that up completely. I had it, and then I brain farted. I started going towards the wrong place. That's alright, though. We can actually make this route not very bad, because I accidentally did this in practice. So I know what to do instead. Wait.
Also, vacuum hype. I know you're hearing it, chat.
Vacuum hype?
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna go over here. Do it now. Vroom. And since I broke all the things, that's actually really nice. If I hadn't broken all of those containers on the first charge through, that would have been a lot poopier.
They actually go so fast you don't even collect those gems anyways.
Yeah. Exactly, so I would have had to stop the supercharge at wherever I was, instead of just taking it the whole way. And that would have meant that I would have had to take the track 3 times instead of 2. Please be everything. Cool. I get worried when my route gets messed up. You never know what you might just forget. Alright. Metropolis is the next level. There's not much homeworld time on the way there. And it's a pretty fun one. I really like the end, even though I know it's going to be really mean to me. But the end has some UFOs that are effectively random because they're on a global cycle that starts the second I get in this level. So I'm never going to be doing the first 3/4 of this level the same way every time. So when I get to the end, there's just UFOs in random places, and where they are is determines my gem route. So I sort of need to make a gem route on the fly for the final room, which is kind of fun. But if you mess up, you can end up looking like an idiot. And if RNG is bad, or effective RNG, and the UFOs are in bad places, you can just end up getting forced into taking, a route that's better than some other options, but still really terrible.
Space cows and rocket.
Yep. Only in Spyro.
We have a donation from Tate Anthony for $5. It said, would you mind asking Oven Donkey what the best way to get involved with Mirror's Edge speed running would be? Let him choose what the money goes to.
Excellent.
The best way to get involved with Mirror's Edge speedrunning would probably just to go to the stream of someone who runs it and ask them questions. It's pretty technical, and reading about it might be a little harder to learn.
Yeah,
The money, I'd say, goes to save the animals.
Save the animals, okay. Yeah, I did Mirror's Edge during the first SGDQ. It wasn't a great run, but I learned by watching videos. Probably your videos, actually.
Yeah,
In fact,
videos are good if you know how to stream. It's a good save.
Yeah, so YouTube videos are a good start. Live streams are very helpful. I know that a lot of new strats have been happening in that game, so finding someone who's actively doing it is going to be very helpful. And just getting into the community and watching what they do will help.
That was nice.
How did you do that? Is that RNG every time? You just
Saw the UFO and angled the fireball at him. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I made it. I thought I was going to hover and drop really far. Like a fool. Wait, now that I'm up here, I should probably get this. And now where is he? Not where I'm looking. Wow.
Are these super bonus round fireball? Oh no, they don't hone in on the target.
No. Yeah. Spyro 2 is not like Spyro 3. Auto aim is not all over the place. Finally got that guy. I got the first two UFOs so quick in really convenient places, and then that guy just... And now I gotta kill more UFOs, but these ones are always in the same place, since they all spawn right now. And the route, actually, the fifth UFO can go one of two places. Everybody else is pretty much set. This guy could either take a high or low path, so he took the high one.
All them really fast anyways. That was really good.
Oof, I don't know how I didn't get hit, but I'll take it. If you're next to those exploding jars, when they explode, they do it. On account of explosions. Oh, balloon. Oh, you're still up here.
We have a donation from Kieran Humphreys, $13.37. Saying hello again, my second donation and probably my last. Just wondering if there may be a chance of seeing Micromaniacs in a future marathon.
How did I miss so many balloons, dude? That's funny.
As an answer, Kieran, you learn how to run the game, you can run it in a marathon, okay? Here's the deal. You want it, you run it. Because I don't know the game, I'm sorry. Alright. Winter Tundra, huh?
Alright. So... Oop. this is a cool little water tunnel. I've always liked this part of this level. I don't know why. It's just cool. There's an orb right here. And now I'm at like sort of the bottom half of Winter Tundra. I'm gonna do Speedway again. There's 4 of them in the game. This will be the 3rd. The last one's actually in Autumn Plains. I've yet to touch it in the second world, for those of us who don't know every single word in Spyro 2. Autumn Plains has another speedway that I'll do on the backtrack alongside. Wow, this guy is like not a good guy to miss, I guess. Lesson learned. Now this is gonna get super weird because I was sort of counting on motorcycles to be in good places, and now they're not gonna. So I'm just gonna sort of do the rest of the level how I normally would. You know,
did you get that?
no, I definitely didn't. And there's another one I missed. Oh, the bikes! The bikes! I see you. Hey, but that means the other bike is somewhere.
Yeah.
Lame. Well, those
Oh, that
vultures
went really
went
good.
stunning. Now let's find that motorcycle. And the goat, but you know, he hasn't moved. I bet I know where he is. Hey, look. Okay, and now we just need to sort of run around the track. And not die. Thank goodness.
Oh, bro.
That really
Alright, so this is very much an auto-scrolly section where if I miss a balloon or a blimp, I will be sad and lose a lot of time. Well, or just a tiny bit, because it's the first balloon. So, there are a bunch of balloons that are, like, missable, and that wasn't one of them. It's my fault for trying to just not hold down this button. My apologies for this noise being the most obnoxious thing ever, but
looks like the aiming is a bit awkward on it. Like you don't exactly aim at the balloon.
yeah, especially when it's, like, right up next to you. This is the one thing that does have a little bit of an auto-aim thing going on. It's still not like Spyro 3's.
Like home rated.
This is the first scary one. That blimp just gets scary because once you get really close, you're actually so close to the walls on that part of the path that your bullets just get eaten by default. Nice. There's another chance to get that blimp, but it really makes things easier to get it early.
Nice.
Okay, well, I messed it up, but on the 3rd balloon, which only costs a few seconds, so that's a good thing. But I've never done something like that.
We have a donation from Danny Roth for $20. Says thanks to SDA for the SGDQ and Mr. MV for the French restream. I love you guys. Well, we love you too, Danny. Oh yeah. Mary Gonzalez Tonto Donati for $10 said, all I've done while watching the Spyro 2 run is scream, you can do that? The game remains my favorite platformer ever, and it's fun to see the many ways you can break it. Keep up the good work, and thanks for supporting such a great organization as always. Daniel Rosenlund for $15 with his donation said, the commentary during these runs just makes it so entertaining, and for such a great cause. What's awesome, I think, about the commentary here is that often, we have multiple people here who know the game pretty well, and oftentimes, if the runner is too busy thinking, hopefully there are people around who know the run well enough. SDA and SRL are more like communities rather than groups that compete against each other. Instead, each game often has its own community with people who are trying to make the best run possible, often using each other's techniques, each other's ideas, and helping each other to grow. So I really like that about the running community. Competition is great, but also friendly competition and helping each other is something that really has helped this community grow a lot.
Couldn't have said it better myself, man. It's It's the truth. There's a lot of people that try to make speedrunning seem like a competition, especially with viewership, or maybe just sort of feel that it is that way, that runners somehow like resent runners taking their world records or things like that. But really, it's always pretty friendly as a default. Everybody's just trying to help everybody get better at video games.
Just so you know, this is a marathon for Doctors Without Borders, Medicine Sans Frontières, blah blah blah. No, not blah blah blah. I love my charity. I love Doctors Without Borders. I just can't speak French. They're an international medical humanitarian organization created by doctors and journalists in France in 1971. This is our charity, and they are fantastic to work with. And they do some great work around the world, helping people in need. So be sure to go ahead and donate. We just recently passed $25,000, and there are many different incentives that you can look for. So keep your eyes open. Also, I'm tired, so please excuse me. That shouldn't be an excuse, but
It's my excuse. Okay. Wait. Didn't think that would work, but it did. Alright, so this pausing and unpausing is not randomness. I'm not like messing up. It's actually when I lose control of Spyro after killing one of these thieves, which happens every time I kill one of these 4 thieves that I cannot see. After I lose control of Spyro, pausing and unpausing is actually the fastest way to regain control of Spyro. Or in the case of the final thief, the fastest way to teleport to this guy. Because the second you unpause, you have control again, and it's actually, even though the menus in this game load up pretty slowly, it's still faster than how long it takes Spyro to sit and wait. Not by much though, it's not like a big deal. But it is a thing that sort of looks like me being bad at games and pausing when I shouldn't. Okay. That's good in the water. Alright, and so this is, what I've been doing here is like a trade sequence where I need to take these little objects around and put them in their proper places about the level, which is really bad news because I can't breathe fire when there's stuff in my mouth. So the run, or this route, is really based around like, when am I able to breathe fire? Where do I need to go to like return all these dumb little doodads? And how can I work killing 4 thieves into that? It's definitely one of the most difficult levels to route, and I am positive that there's got to be a route in here that has still not been found that is much, much better than what we've been doing. It's just a really tough level to figure out compared to compared to all the other ones. Fact. Okay. Pick it up. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. So this coin is like the end of the sequence pretty much. Now I get the pencil, which is the goal. And the professor's gonna be like, my pencil!
Wow, all that for the pencil. Couldn't just get himself a new pencil.
I know.
My pencil!
My pencil!
Not sound. Please skip cutscenes. Alright, one more level in Winter Tundra, and then backtrack time. And there are 4 levels of backtracking. And then it's the final boss. Assuming that I've got all the gems and we're all hunky-dory.
And they're still in Autumn Plains, right?
Yeah. Ooh. That penguin pushed me around. So that is sort of a weird thing about this game, is when Spyro is... And unfortunately I only used it once in Hurricos like a billion years ago. But when Spyro actually gets stuck inside geometry, the game tries to push him out. But if you end up in a situation where when it tries to push him out, he doesn't actually get pushed out, and then it tries to push him out again, even a little, like, the speed multiplies, essentially. And so if you end up stuck inside something for, like, a few frames too long, you can just suddenly pop out at really, really high speeds. I'm talking, like, the map is a tiny little dot on your screen sometimes. Sometimes it's just, like, enough to, you know, get on top of a roof or whatever. But sometimes, like, geometry isn't not necessarily just stuff in the level, like actual walls and ceilings and floors, but like enemies, after they die, you can have situations where an enemy will fly, like, in such a way that you hit him and then you end up inside the enemy and you keep staying there, and then suddenly you've, like, gone flying, and it's all because you were, like, touching a corpse a little too long. And believe it or not, that can even happen with, like, tiny little fodders, like the penguin that pushed me around. Oh, Sparks is ignoring gems. Okay, this is a cool skip too. I'm supposed to need to kill, like, what, 22 enemies? Or something like that? And get ice bullets that will spawn, like, some trolls around here. I'm glad that fireball didn't hit.
I suppose.
And I'd use those trolls as platforms by freezing them to jump up to these bells, but instead I just jump around and shoot fireballs at them, and it's way faster.
Thanks, Spyro.
And you can actually do those shenanigans without fireballs by picking up these rocks. This guy will drop a rock when I kill him. And if I could use those to hit the bells as well, if the fireball glitch didn't exist. That's what we used to do when we didn't know the fireball existed. But it definitely makes it even a little bit easier. I'm gonna get teleported for killing that guy.
Spyro.
I just had some gems I wanted to grab while I waited. And now this part, of all the things that I did mess up that I wasn't really planning on messing up, this is the part that can really get you. So this guy, I've got to sort of follow him to a secret base. And he's gonna be looking out for dragons following him to a secret hideout. So I need to make sure to stay hidden while he's looking. But there's also a bunch of gems all over the place.
Let's just run right out in front of him, try to stay hidden.
And so right at the end, there's some really tough... I try to get all the gems before I talk to him because, you know, getting the gems during the auto-scroller is better than afterwards, so... That's gonna miss. Dang. Yeah, that's the scariest part. And it's unfortunate that this wasn't broken. If that thing was broken, then I could have gotten all the gems, but... Yeah, those two barrels, I didn't start doing that until pretty recently. And it definitely killed a few runs. It's easy to get caught. Alright, that's Winter Tundra pretty much done. There's a few gems in the home world, so it's not actually done, but, you know. Details.
Alright, Joaquin Hold donated $15 saying, "Hi everyone, thanks for hosting such a great event for a great cause too. Please put this money towards the 16-star Super Mario 64 run. Can I also get in the draw for one of the prizes? Thanks again." Well, it looks like, let me see, there should be some marathon long prizes, so Hopefully you have. However, you should take a look at the list of the prizes to see when they're being offered. That'll help you know which prizes are offered when. So hopefully you can get entered into some of those, sure. Lee Singh donated $10 and said, here's $10 to the Ultra Secret Challenge. I always appreciate these charity marathons. Been watching since the first one. Keep it up, guys. You're making the world better. Jonathan Carlings gave $20 and said, donation from Mangled Pixel. Great runs so far, and I'm really looking forward to watching the runs I missed due to sleep on the replay. Save the critters! And, oh, by the way, it's pronounced... Don't tell me how to pronounce it. By the way, we are working for Doctors Without Borders, or let me see.
Medicine stands for anti-res.
There we go. So be sure to donate.
Can't hit these guys, eh? That one hit though. Alright, so right there, may not look like much, just start killing some guys, but this guy's actually sort of an escort mission that I need to do, and
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
see, I can't actually kill those Earthshapers with anything but fireballs right now. So this guy normally, he would be walking around with a potion, like half blind, trying to get it to an end destination, walking by a bunch of those guys I just killed. And I would need to be protecting him by pushing them around with my charge, just to make sure they're too far away to be able to hit him while he gets his potion to where it needs to be. But instead they're all dead, so they're gonna have a really hard time doing anything to him. So I'll just be over here getting gems, and when he gets to his end destination, we can just sort of meet up.
Kill the enemies for any power-ups anymore and stuff?
No. In fact, because I have Fireball, I can avoid getting power-ups. Otherwise, there would have been no other way to break that metal crate that I broke with the Fireball. And that would have been really bad news. Alright, now this is the second part of the quest, which is also a lot easier, because that's where me and Hunter go and kill a bunch of Earthshapers. But fortunately, they're already dead, so he just sort of starts walking and then says, hey, we did it. We killed all the Earthshapers. And then he gives me an orb and I get out of there.
Eddie Morgan donated $20 and said, when I grow up, I want to be like Spudlyman. Spudlyman. Spuds anyway.
Oh no, I do that sometimes. I mess with the face of the controller. And if I press the triangle button during these 3 backtracks, then I choose to rewatch the intro cutscene, which normally I wouldn't have to. So just like a couple extra loading screens that I give myself out of spite or something, I don't know. But it's only on the backtracks, because essentially when you visit a level the first time, it plays a cute little cutscene when you visit, and then when you leave. But the second time you visit, you can choose to rewatch the cutscene, but that's by pressing triangle. So on the backtracks, I don't have to, but I'm really good about pressing triangle for no reason and doing it anyway. Okay, so this is kind of sketchy because now that I'm in this volcano, there's actually no way back out. So if I missed any gems, I'll need to exit and re-enter the level. But there's no real good way to check besides just running around the top area a bunch until I feel really good about there being no stray gems. And that's really slow, so instead I just hope that I'm good at not missing gems. Oh, how did I miss that guy? That was really goofy. Like, fireballs have an explosion radius. So you can hit walls next to people and hit them with a fireball that way. Just like make an explosion. Wait, that sucks. I'm gonna have to...
Thanks, but...
Yeah, there was still that gem.
Yeah, more than just that one. That's why I just didn't even bother. Oops, why don't I have my Superfly? That was silly. There's these 3 as well. There's this one. And that's not all the gems. Oh, and this one. Thank goodness.
I thought for sure it would have been one on the outside.
Yeah. Alright, last actual backtrack, and then we just got a speedway that I didn't even go to. And speedways are pretty quick. And this is definitely the quickest of the 3 backtracks, unless I'm insane. But I need to kill 18 enemies, which is unfortunate, because the power-up that gives me, I don't need to use. But this hippo is so convinced that I have to use it that he refuses to let me try without activating it. And to activate it, I need to kill 18 enemies, which in this level particularly kind of sucks, because I need this guy to break the gates for me by turning into a fat hippo, by feeding him fruit. Wait, I didn't kill the genie.
Right.
Registry.
We have a donation from Kieran Humphreys. He said, follow-up donation, Micromaniacs is a racing game for the original PlayStation which has a few speedruns, but no actual community. How could I possibly get started with that? Announcer chooses where the money goes. And I thought about it, and I'm going to say that it'll go towards one of the races that's happening here, Crystalis. And since it's for a file name, I'll go ahead and put that under your name, Kieran. So Kieran is going to be the file name donation for that. Also, how could he get started with running? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I just sort of... Wait, I never got these? Wait, I'm dumb. Why did I make believe I did this challenge? I'm losing my mind. I must be too tired. But getting into speedrunning, I just sort of one day was like, I'm gonna speedrun Spyro, and just sort of started. Get online, look for speedruns. Search YouTube, search SDA, search SRL, Twitch. Do your very best to make sure that you've found all of the resources, because that's definitely the first step. And pick a game that you like. Don't pick a game that's good for speedrunning. That's the wrong way to do it.
The first game I ran was Athena. I'm sorry, but that wasn't a game that's good for speedrunning or that I liked. But that was me.
Especially when you're starting speedrunning, there's so many different types of games that play so different. And you're not really going to know which type of speedrun you really like until you play. So, pick a game and see if you like it. But don't write games off right away either. That might actually be faster than what I normally do. I accidentally hit a ledge with my charge, and I think it was actually a good thing. I need to figure out what it was that happened there and try to recreate it regularly. So this place, I need to be pretty careful when I'm shooting fireballs at things, that I make sure that they and the fireball stay on camera, like right up until the moment of death, because things will despawn the second I look away. Do you see that?
Right
I even had the guy in vision with the fireball. Second it went off camera, it stopped existing.
Good job.
Thanks. I felt like it was a good job. Alright, this is another auto-scroller part. It is very, very easy, but it also happens to be right near the end of the run.
I never found this one before. This looks absolutely ridiculous.
Fortunately, there's only like 3 rings, like that one, that aren't on the far left or far right. So I can just sort of hold left and hold right. And there's only a few rings that won't work for. Here's another. And then here's the last one. but the problem with this is that it's right at the end of the run, and if I've got something like W split and I'm doing like world record attempts or whatever, it's so nerve-wracking. I hate being here because you know one slip up and that can cost you, that's like over a minute. Alright, so now we'll have a few moments of truth right in a row where we figure out if we got everything in Autumn Plains, and then we'll figure out if we got everything in Winter Tundra, and then we'll figure out if we got everything. And then we'll fight Ripto. Assuming we got everything. Alright, we got everything here. So now back to Winter Tundra, there's like nothing for me here. I've gotten almost all the gems. Hopefully my gem count is at, yes, when it ends in a 60, that's good. Because there are 40 gems up here. Sometimes there are 42, but I highly doubt that now.
All right.
Just to help you know what's happening, we actually have a bonus game after this. Spyro Enter the Dragon. It was donated for. They reached the donations. That was right around Quest 64 that they reached that. So you're going to have a fun, glitchy game coming up right before Spider-Man, which is going to be a fun run as well. We've got a pretty good lineup coming.
Alright, there's a few little tricks I can do here. But for the most part, this boss is pretty much a joke with the fireball. I missed the first one. Essentially, at the end of each phase, I can try to shoot a fireball that will hit the next phase. Since even though it can't persist off camera, fireballs do persist through cutscenes. But I missed both of them. No, I didn't. Never mind. I got this one. Where's he going? Oh, wow. I read him too well. Alright, and after this is the third phase, so after I kill this, it will be time, so. Where's he going? Alright, one more hit after this. Oh, no quick hit, unfortunately. You can get that one really fast. Alright, time.
2:17:14.
Nice. All considered, that's pretty good. Like, I wasted like 3 minutes in Sunny Beach.
Yeah, with that trying to get up onto the turtle soup.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with that. I really wanted the sub 220,
I don't think we
and I think that definitely happened.